Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Life and Diary of David Brainerd for our daily reading. Being sensible of the necessity of a deep humiliation in the order to a saving close or faith, which Christ, I used to set myself to work on my own heart, those convictions that were requisite in such a humiliation, as a conviction that God would be just, if he has cast me off forever, that if ever God should bestow mercy on me, it would be mere grace, though I should be in distress many years first, and he never so much engaged in duty, that God was not in the least obliged to pity me the more for all the past duties, cries, and tears. I strove to my utmost to bring myself to a firm belief of these things, and a hearty assent to them, and hoped that now I was brought off from myself, truly humbled, and that I bowed to the divine sovereignty. I was wont to tell God in my prayers that now I had those very dispositions of soul that he required, and on which he showed mercy to others, and thereupon to beg and plead for mercy for me. But when I found no relief, and was still oppressed with guilt and fears of wrath, my soul was in a tumult, and my heart rose against God, as dealing hardly with me. Yet then my conscience flew in my face, putting me in my mind of my late confession to God, of his justice in my condemnation, and this giving me a sight of the badness of my heart, threw me again into distress, and I wished I had watched my heart more narrowly to keep it from breaking out against God's dealings with me, and I even wished I had not pleaded for mercy on account of my humiliation, because thereby I had lost all my seeming goodness. Thus, the scores of times I vainly imagined myself humbled and prepared for saving mercy. And while I was in this distressed, bewildered, and tumultuous state of mind, the corruption of my heart was especially irritated with the following things. Number one, the strictness of the divine law. For I found it was impossible for me, after my utmost pains, to answer its demands. Often made new resolutions, and often broke them. I imputed the whole to carelessness, and the want of being more watchful, and used to call myself a fool for my negligence. But then upon a stronger resolution, and a greater endeavor in close application to fasting and prayer, I found all attempts failed. Then I quarreled with the law of God, as unreasonably rigid. I thought if it extended only to my outward actions and behaviors, I could bear with it. But I found it condemned me for my evil thoughts and sins of my heart, which I could not possibly prevent. I was extremely loth to own my utter helplessness in this matter, but after repeated disappointments, thought that rather than perish, I could do a little more still, especially if such and such circumstances might but attend my endeavors and strivings. I hope that I should arrive more earnestly than ever if the matter come to extremity, though I never could find the time to do my utmost in this manner I intended, and this hope of future, more favorable circumstances, of doing something greater. This kept me in utter despair of myself, and from seeing myself fallen into the hands of a sovereign God, and dependent on nothing but free and boundless grace. I trust that you'll have a good day today. We'll see you tomorrow.